Or should we say LA Jinx?
I don't know, yo. It's like,
Is that Miami Jinx?
I done branded this so heavy that people are like, oh, it's vacation Jinx. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm coming to the office. Like, I'm here at work.
Today is the NBA awards. We're just gonna run through some of the categories. MVP, you got the nominees are Anthony Davis, James Harden, LeBron James. Who do you think is going to win?
I don't know who I think's gonna win, but it should be LeBron James, right? Like, out of all those categories, dude had maybe the worst team, I think, out of them. Wait, I don't know. You say Anthony Davis is up there?
Yeah.
Nah, he definitely didn't have as good a team. But like LeBron went the farthest, of course. He pulled a lot of people on his back. James Harden did amazing this year. Like, what he did was like out of this world. But I mean, like,
I felt like he didn't show up in Game 7.
he didn't show up in Game 7. I mean, some people could say the same thing about LeBron in Game 4. But I think dude was tired. You know, played like every game this season. Played upwards of 40 minutes most of those games. Like, he's in his 15th year. Most people start to deteriorate. This guy's somehow doing more and getting better. He's changing his game. Like,
do you believe his hand injury?
Yeah, I do. I believe it's hand injury. I still think that's stupid. That's mad stupid to do. Like, yo, bro, what are you doing? Like, the game depends on you. But no, I think it's MVP for LeBron. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you ball that hard and come back with nothing. So.
But do you understand why he punched the whiteboard after Game 1?
Rumor has it he was frustrated.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Would you have done the same, or you would have been wiser enough to restrain yourself?
Nah, it's like, if that's how I make money, I'm not jeopardizing that. You know what I'm saying? So
no matter
like,
how upset you were.
That's like a chef being like mad at something and putting his hand on the stove. Like, bruh, what are you doing? This is your gift right here. Like, that's hella stupid. But I get it. You get caught up in the moment. He's passionate. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what's the maddest you've ever been? Because I feel like people never see you mad.
Are you kidding me? What?
I'm talking about like
I thought that was
furious.
I thought that was my brand. Nah, man. I keep it like, the maddest I get, I don't say shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I get really mad.
So you turn Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, I'm Kawhi Leonard. Like, I'm like, all right, cool. Like, bet. I'll see you next season.
Moving on, Rookie of the Year. Donovan Mitchell, Ben Simmons, or Jason Tatum?
You know, honestly, man, I really liked watching Donovan Mitchell. I didn't watch all his games, but like, I would watch the big matchups. But yo, like, watching Tatum in the postseason. Part of this is also the effect of the postseason. Mm-hmm. It's the last people I remember seeing. Yo, Tatum, like, he's not shook. You know what I mean? And none of those guys are really shook. That's what I like about him. So if we're talking about rookie, like, you could have a great performance on the court, but none of them are chumps. And I like that. Everyone steps up. Ben is like...
Hold on, it felt like Ben Simmons was a little shook.
At times, I feel like he's the most, like, stardom. He's like the guy, like the chosen one, which even with LeBron comes mixed bag, because then you think, like, you maybe come in a little soft sometimes. Tatum is quiet. He's like a quiet assassin. I like him. He don't talk too much. He plays going toe-to-toe with LeBron, like, yamming on cats. And the way he's built, you kind of feel like he shouldn't be able to do that, but he does. And this is, I think he's next.
Do you think Tinashe had anything to do with Ben Simmons falling off a little bit?
Nah, I don't.
You heard about the rumors, right?
Yeah, I did. I like Tinashe.
For those who don't know, the rumor was Tinashe would do some Kim Kardashian stuff, like call paparazzi on herself whenever they go out.
I mean, you know, it's like, again, like you know, LeBron like hurting his hand, like, to play when you playing ball, like, yo, bro, that's what you got to do to keep your numbers up. Do it. So if that's her currency, then I recommend she does it. But also, I don't know, like, didn't right after he dated an actual Kardashian?
Yeah, Kendall Jenner.
So I don't know. I feel like Ben's a star in like the proper sense of a star. I think Ben's gonna be I think he's gonna have a go at like pop culture. I think it's gonna actually take a toll on him.
Do you think Ben just went out with Kendall Jenner just to check it off his bucket list?
I don't know. He's a young man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's what he did.
I don't know. I that's never really my twist. But I hope he doesn't get caught up. You know what I mean? Because a lot of players now, they're more celebs than ballers, and then that's fine. Yo, be a superstar. Be Joe Namath. You know what I mean? Come through with the mink on. You know, be Ocho Cinco. Do all the flashy stuff. But when it comes time, you gotta deliver. And no one wants to see you be a celeb and you only play till, you know what I'm saying? You only play 82 games. Like, you're not really the man if you're not balling into June. Okay,
6-man award. Mm-hmm. We got Eric Gordon, Fred Van Fleet, Lou Williams. Fred is from Toronto Raptors. I remember he only had like a couple games during the playoffs. I've never seen him during the race.
I think six man. I liked
Eric Gordon.
Yeah, I liked Eric Gordon, but I think actually should have been on there, and he ended up like rolling after. He's not a true six man, but like I felt like Terry Rozier like popped up on the scene and wasn't really being counted in the same sense. And in my mind, he was a six man because everyone was looking at it like with Kyrie and everybody, and he stepped up. He looked like he was ready to ball. He made some mistakes, but six men do that. That's why they're not in the top five. But if I had to pick, I would go with Eric Gordon.
Defensive Player of the Year: Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid, and Rudy Gobert.
I feel like Ant Davis gets slept on a lot because of the market he plays in, and he's like a quiet dude. With that said, I like the mentality. I like Joel Embiid, man. Like, he's out of his mind. He had some really big plays. And in the market that people kind of weren't supposed to be checking for a year or two ago, and now like they got a team going, I think I'm going with him because you need that to progress. And I don't know if the Pelicans are going to take it there. I think Philly has the best chances. So if I'm looking at the defensive player this year, I'm looking for him to be better next year. So I'm going with him.
What do you think about his tweet during draft night?
Yo, I like that energy, yo. I like all the younger guys because it's like I'm from like a little bit older era of the NBA where like it was a little bit tough ball, and I like it now. Like I love watching these guys, but like, or even like Giannis, you know what I mean? Being like, who? Like, who's this guy? And like, he knows who he is, but that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to be like, yeah, great. Like,
you talking about the Mo Bamba?
Yeah. Like, I love that, yo. Like, these guys need to prove themselves. You know what I mean? Everyone's the man in college. Everyone's the man where they're from. You got to come into the league where everyone's the man. So it's like, you could be the smartest kid in your class, and you go to college, and everybody's a valedictorian of their class. How are you gonna rise above that? So challenge them. You know what I mean? And like, these are also dudes who work. You know what I mean? Like Joel Embiid work. Like Giannis work. So if you go and hit him with that like little bit of like little jab, they got all summer to prepare.
Okay, side question. What do you think about Lonzo Ball's diss track?
Yo, I actually thought so this is bad. I thought the Lonzo Ball diss track was decent.
What the?
I did. I thought it was decent, bro. Like he was going at him. And at first I was like, why is this happening? But with them in general, I'm sort of like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like,
do you think management was right telling them to stop?
Yeah, because it's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's. You
don't think it's gonna gain more traction?
Nah,
to the Lakers?
I definitely think it's stupid, but we clearly have a marketplace for stupid. You know what I'm saying? So like, why not? He's not the player I'm super checking for. So like, if LeBron's doing this, I'm like, yo, bro, what are you doing? If Tatum's doing this, Kyrie's doing this, like Lonzo's a new breed. He's kind of like an act.
A clip that went viral this weekend: Bronny James Jr.
Yeah.
His dunk attempt went viral.
Yeah.
An attempt.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, with dudes like over time, like they're capturing all this footage of like the young high schoolers. It's crazy to watch, bro. Because I remember like clicking max preps when I was in school, like trying to keep up. These kids are nasty, bro. And sometimes I get thrown off because I'm like, yo, is this kid that nice? Because like the competition isn't really there all the time. So I'm like, what am I watching? Like, is he just shitting on everybody? But and then someone's like, oh, he's in 7th grade. And like, I don't know how old this kid is, you know what I mean? Like, he looks like an adult. So I'm watching him and I'm like, oh, he's in 7th grade. Yo, like, that's not regular, you know what I'm saying? And I can look at like the size of his hands and his feet. He's not fully grown at all. At first I'm like, yo, does he do this? Like, does he dunk? But then when they showed the clip and they showed LeBron in the stands and LeBron was like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, surprised? That made me think, oh, this kid, like, he may have surprised his dad. Now, he didn't dunk it at all. The fact that it was in his mental arsenal of something he could do, I was like, all right, like, he's in 7th grade. Like, he could shoot up over the summer. He could get a foot. You know what I mean? Like, that happens. He can get a foot by next year. Like,
adding to that, do you think Junior will be in the league the same time as Bron?
I don't know. I think they'd have to, like, how old is he now? He's in 7th grade. So he's
13.
Yeah. Like,
so let's say he makes the league 19, 6 years from now.
I don't think so. I don't think
LeBron's gonna be 40.
I don't think LeBron's got 20. I don't think LeBron should play that long. I think he's definitely a billionaire already once that Nike contract exceeds. I don't think he should play that long. I think we'll see a deterioration from him. I've always thought that LeBron was going to deteriorate in a really bad way, but he's not. It's his conditioning. It's like they made plans from when he started the league to have this long run. I think he should get out before it gets to Kobe. And I think that part of that is getting a ring next year. I think part of that is getting a ring. I don't even know if he needs 2 more. I think he needs 1 more.
One more, and
also think like realistically, like what the league's getting better, and everyone's catching up, and he's not like they're not scared of him anymore.
I would like to see him play to 40.
I don't think,
but I don't want him to get washed.
I don't know if his best ball is to come. Like, I think he played some of his best ball this year and the year before. I don't know if next year will be his best basketball.
You see the clip of Nipsey Hussle slapping?
Yo, I did see that. Who did he hit?
I think it was parking lot security or something. I don't know.
Because like I think about like us working. Like if this was Complex Con, I would never want to see one of our coworkers get manhandled by West Coast finest. You know what I mean? But that slap was legitimate, and that slap came from like an instinctual point. Like that was like his first.
I think it was provoked.
Chapstick on during the video, but yeah, he just, and it was a clean slap. Like he connected with him. Sometimes you need that bit of like.
Now, if you were the one who got slapped, would you sue?
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. But how else do you get it? Like, first off, it's like it's a check. You know what I mean? Your man has already been like demolished. I don't know. I'm not. Hell, you gotta take it. So then, what do you get for it? Like, I'm definitely going for the check, Nip. I'm sorry.
The Meek Mill performance. Did you get a chance to watch that?
Yo, I thought it was hard. You know, people talking about lip syncing. That's never my thing. But also the way Meek raps, like you kind of want to hear what he says. When he does it live, it's sometimes harder because he's like yelling and like out of breath. I also think a song like that, they clearly planned that performance so well, and I think it's one of his best stage performances. Like there were set builds and coordination and all those things. So I think for him, that's probably why they had the backing track to keep things timed. But the lyrics were hard.
People got the song "Stay Woke," right?
Yeah, and people got out of there like, what's Meek gonna rap about now that he's like, he can't be tough or whatever? I'm like, I don't know, you can be tough and like still be woke. And I think that this is what he raps about. Like Meek's a really good writer when he raps. I think that was shown on this track. I can't wait for like the audio to drop on the internet because that shit was hard. Like I saw that and was like, this is tight.
Last topic, Scorpion album. Do you have any inside info on that or no?
I don't, man. The artwork is like that's popping up the billboards and everything is kind of cool. Seeing now that like first it's like Scorpion, what is this? And then seeing like the artwork where now it's like the owl going up the Scorpion. If that's the kind of energy he has, that's a little bit different. Like, oh, this is an album where he's like setting the record straight. That could be hard. I think he does need to rap more than anything now. Like everyone says it about Drake all the time. I think he really needs it this time. I've heard that he's like readjusted some songs to make them fit and to like still do what he needs to do on this album. Come at some people, come at a Pusha T, folks like that. It's to be seen. I don't know. It's a couple of days away. This is like probably the least interested I've been in a Drake album, like the rollout, because there's so much music and albums just pop up now. And like I used to like months of marketing, but you know I'm like old, you know what I'm saying, or oldish. So I'm used to that era, not just songs popping up. But we'll see, man. I see you're already going. You're voting for Team Drake. Yeah. But no, but it's like sometimes the albums I'm not checking for are some of the best ones. So if he bars people up and the songs are good and not weird, like I'm upset, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? It's always been the way that Drake's been the outsider, and I think he's had glimpses of being inside. And I think like anybody, people want to be accepted by rap. There's a lot of rappers that want the acknowledgement of Jay and Kanye and want the acknowledgement of their peers. Drake's always been pushed to the side, unfortunately. But you know, like that's been his career. He's not from here. He made different music. He shot past a lot of people. Like at a certain point, they're not your peers, and clearly they're not your friends. So like, lean into that. You know what I mean? You got your circle. Keep your shit tight. You know, and figure out what you want to do. Oddly enough, Hove had some of the same roadblocks. You know, he was like this guy that was like on the side of rap, didn't really get in, found his way in, shot past people very quickly, and then had a lot of people coming for him. You know what I mean? And like Jay literally gave him the game, like silly rap views trying to come at you. Like I think if he cares about what happens on what other people are doing, then he's losing. I think he's got to triple down on being Drake, and maybe that is Degrassi videos. Like, I don't know. Whatever.
Well, there you have it. A conversation with Vacation Jinx.
Yeah.
By way of Jersey.
Yeah, in the office though. You know, maybe I'll get out here early today.